You voted for it in Friday's poll, and today we're building it. Real estate is a multi-trillion-dollar industry, but in 2026, most agents are still stuck in 1995. They spend 80% of their day on manual property research and chasing cold leads. Today, I'm showing you how to build a multi-agent lead engine that finds listings, vets the leads, and drafts the outreach automatically. This isn't just a cool tool. This is a business model that you can sell to agencies for $5,000 to $20,000 a month. Let's get into the logic. To make this work, we aren't using one AI. We are using a relay race of 3 specific agents. First, we have the scraper agent. Its only job is to live on the web and pull new listings the second they hit the market. Second is the analyst agent. This is where yesterday's memory module comes in. It compares new properties against a buyer's specific knowledge vault to see if it's a match. Finally, the closer agent drafts the personalized SMS or email. This triple threat architecture ensures that no lead is ever generic. Now watch the screen. We start with our trigger, a new listing alert. We feed that into our memory node. Notice how I am prompting the AI here. I'm telling it to check the vault for buyer A's preference on school districts. If it's a match, the data flows into our personalization node. We aren't just saying, "Hi, check this house." We are saying, "Hi, I found a 4-bedroom in the district you wanted with that open concept kitchen you mentioned last week." This level of detail used to take a human 30 minutes. Our agent does it in 3 seconds. Let's run it. Look at the output on the right. The agent identified the property, saw the matching criteria in the vault, and drafted a high-conversion email. But here's the pro tip. I've added an human-in-the-loop node. The AI sends the draft to a Slack channel first, so the agent can just hit approve. This gives the client 100% control with 0% of the manual labor. This is how you build trust when selling this to big firms. If you want me and my team to build this specifically for your business, there's a link for a private consultation as well. All right, let's dive deeper into the nuts and bolts of this AI-powered real estate machine. In our last video, we covered the high-level concept. Today, we're going under the hood to see exactly how it works, how to build a more advanced version, and how to scale it into a real service for real estate agents. First, let's break down the architecture. We start with the scraper agent. This isn't just a simple web scraper. It's a robust Python-based system using frameworks like Scrapy or Beautiful Soup. To handle the variety of real estate websites, we use custom-built parsers for each site, targeting specific HTML elements where listing data is stored. The real challenge here is avoiding getting blocked. We use a pool of rotating residential proxies and cycle through thousands of user agent strings. This makes our scraper's traffic look like it's coming from many different users on different devices, which is crucial for consistent data collection. Next, the analyst agent. This is the brain of the operation, and its core is the memory module. This module is built on a vector database like Pinecone or Chroma. When we onboard a buyer, we don't just list their criteria. We convert their preferences. Things like loves natural light, needs a home office, or wants a modern kitchen, into a rich text description. An LLM then transforms this description into a numerical vector, an embedding, which is stored in the database. When the scraper agent finds a new listing, we do the same thing. The property's description, features, and even image captions are converted into a vector. The magic happens when we perform a similarity search. The database compares the new listing's vector against all the buyer vectors, instantly finding the best matches based on nuanced preferences, not just simple filters like 3 beds, 2 baths. Finally, the closer agent. This goes way beyond simple templates. It uses sophisticated LLM prompting techniques. We employ what's called few-shot learning. We feed the model several examples of highly successful outreach emails and text messages that we've written in the past. This trains the agent on our specific tone, style, and structure. It learns how to highlight the exact features that match the buyer's unique vector profile. We can even A/B test different message openings or calls to action, constantly refining the outreach for maximum conversion. Now, let's talk about expanding the technical build. A single buyer setup is great, but the real power comes from handling multiple buyers at once. Imagine an agent has 10 active buyers. Each buyer gets their own dedicated knowledge vault in the vector database. The system now runs on conditional logic. When a new listing comes in, the analyst agent checks it against all 10 buyer vaults. If the property is a 95% match for buyer A who prefers email, the system triggers the closer agent to use email template A. If it's an 88% match for buyer B who prefers SMS, it uses SMS template B. This parallel processing ensures every lead gets the right message through the right channel instantly. But we can make it even better with a data enrichment step. After a listing is scraped, we can trigger another AI agent. This agent takes the property address and uses APIs to pull in additional hyperlocal data. It can look up the ratings of nearby schools from a public database, find recent comparable sales in the neighborhood from the MLS, or even use Google Maps data to calculate the commute time to the buyer's workplace. This enriched data is then fed to the closer agent, allowing it to generate incredibly personalized messages like, "I found a home just 15 minutes from your office, and the elementary school is rated 9 out of 10. This level of detail builds immediate trust and value. So how do you scale this from a personal project to a business? Let's add a new section on scaling and maintenance. First, client onboarding. When you sign on a new real estate agency, you start with a deep dive consultation. You work with them to define their ideal lead profiles and buyer personas. You then use that information to set up their specific knowledge vaults in the system. Next, you integrate directly with their existing CRM like Salesforce or HubSpot, so that when a lead responds, all the information is automatically logged, and the agent is notified to take over. System maintenance is critical. The most common failure point is the scraper agent breaking when a website changes its layout. To combat this, we set up automated monitoring. We have scripts that check if new listings are being successfully scraped every hour. If the system doesn't find any new listings in a 24-hour period from a major site, an alert is automatically sent to our development team via Slack or email. This allows us to quickly diagnose the issue, update the parser, and get the data flowing again with minimal downtime. Finally, you have to demonstrate value. We create a simple, automated monthly report for each client. This report shows key metrics: the total number of listings processed, the number of qualified leads identified and contacted, and the number of appointments set. We can even include an estimated time saved metric, calculating how many hours the agent would have spent manually searching for properties and drafting emails. This report constantly reinforces the return on investment and makes it an easy decision for the client to continue the service. By building this robust, scalable, and maintainable system, you're not just creating a tool, you're creating a fully managed service that becomes an indispensable part of your client's business. Thanks for watching this deep dive. If you found this valuable, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time. We are just scratching the surface of what these agents can do. Drop a comment below on which industry we should break next, legal, insurance, or e-commerce. I'll see you in the next build.